Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time you're watching this. Welcome to this video on how to do research on Google. The purpose of this is to help my 7th grade humanities students know how to test a website for accuracy, reliability, and truthfulness to include it in their research. Okay, so let us begin. The question you have to ask yourself when you're doing a Google search and you find a website, is this site right for my research? So you have to do something called the CRAAP test. Yes, that's a silly name, but I teach 7th grade and I get to make these jokes and I enjoy them myself. So here is what CRAAP stands for. We can just say CRAAP now. C, currency, the timeliness of the info. And I will put this out there. This image comes from Furman University. So, it's not just 7th graders who like saying crap. Okay. Currency, timeliness, meaning current. Currency, not like money, like, different monies from countries, but current. How current is it? Recent. R stands for relevance, how the info fits your needs. A stands for authority, which you should look for the word author inside that word, the source of the info. A, accuracy, the reliability and correctness of the info. And P, purpose, the reason the info exists. So let's break down each of these step by step. C, currency. You have to ask yourself, is this website 5 years old, 10 years old? Some students feel like if it's 2 years old, that's too old. Well, our understanding about some things doesn't change much. For example, if you're writing about classical music, you could read an article that's 25 years old. Because this was a long time ago, that could still have reliable information. But in general, we say, now, if you are talking about nanorobots, that does change really quickly. So you want to find the most recent information possible as far as the research and science around nanobots goes, because that may be changing from 2019 to 2020. Okay. But you generally want to ask yourself, is it 5 to 10 years old? And that's okay. But if it's a more current, rapidly changing topic, like, for example, our understanding of the coronavirus, I want to find the most recent information because 5 months ago, we knew less. Now we know more. Okay. But in general, on the topic you might be researching about history, you can say 5 to 10 years. Next, relevance. Does it fit your research question? If it doesn't answer your research question, you're wasting your time. Okay. So you want to skim the article, read it quickly, look at the subheadings. If there's a little summary at the top, you might want to read that. Just ask yourself, is this worth my time? You don't need to read and take notes on articles that don't answer your question. You can let those go. Next, authority. Is there an author? Is the author an expert? Sometimes there's no author listed. That doesn't mean it's not a good website, but you want to ask yourself, is the website I'm reading this on, is the parent website, the container website, we'll talk about this, is that a reliable and respected source in general? I'm going to give you an example. Don't worry. Next, accuracy. Is it reliable and correct? Are there errors, typos, mistakes, missing punctuation? Do they say things that doesn't match other sources you've read? So if they're saying that Mozart was born in 1950, wait, no, that wasn't true. Or even if they got his birthday wrong by a couple years, or if they say the wrong century, you might start to think, wait a minute, this doesn't seem accurate. Okay. So you want to look for things that have been confirmed by the other sources you've read. Okay. And finally, P, purpose. You want to ask yourself, is this person trying to educate me? That's a good sign. Or are they trying to get you to believe something or buy something? Are they trying to make you afraid? You want to ask yourself that, okay? You want to ask, what is this person wanting to do with me? Are they trying to educate me on their research, educate me on science? Even if they are presenting an opinion, are they presenting it in a way that's balanced and fair and they are presenting it clearly? Or are they leaving some information out? Are they making it very sensational to try to scare me? Are there lots of ads? Is there an ad even embedded inside the article where they're like, well, you should buy this? Wait a minute. Are they trying to sell you something and make money or to educate you? You want to ask yourself that. You want to look for people who are educating you fairly, kindly, and clearly. Okay? So I want to take now a look at a website and I want us to ask this, okay? So, excuse me. Here is my search, life on other planets, and it yielded these results, okay? I'm just going to focus on this first page. Interesting over here. Yes, I don't want an alien movie. Those don't answer my question. Let's look at the first one. I'm just looking at the URL at the top. NASA.gov. You're thinking, NASA? I've heard of them. That is a respected, long-standing space exploration organization that has put people on the moon and rovers on Mars. They are a respectable, reliable author. So let me try their website. Okay, so let's see. Currency. Excuse me. Now, we're going to look for a date. Do you see a date? There's no date underneath the top. Let me scroll down. Sometimes there's a date at the bottom. No date at the bottom. Okay, so there's no date as far as how recent this information is. Okay, good to know. Does that mean I can't read this article? It's out? No. Let's keep going. Let's ask ourselves, relevance. Does it fit my needs? My question is there life on other planets? You know what's great? Right there in the title, it says, is there life on other planets? And I'm going to scroll down here. The ultimate goal of NASA's exoplanet program is to find unmistakable signs of current life on a planet beyond Earth. Great. Awesome. Now, here's the thing. Remember my first question was currency? Interestingly, I'm noticing that they are mentioning some dates, and they are current dates. So that gives me an idea that this was updated more recently. Okay. And then also there's a link to another article, which might have more details as far as dates. Okay. So it is relevant to my topic. My 2 A's are authority and accuracy. So NASA is an excellent authority on space and life on other planets. Check. There's no author written here, which means it was written by the organization, probably a team of people at NASA, but NASA is reliable. So I can say this has a good author. Accuracy. I am not seeing errors. This is proofread. It's organized. It's neat. And the things that it's saying don't contradict other things that I've read. And here's a great thing here as far as author. We have an MIT astronomer. MIT is a very respectable university, who is also a MacArthur Genius Fellow. She is part of the team at NASA looking for life on other planets. So I'm thinking, okay, this is a very reliable, this series of articles on the NASA website, I know have good authors and they're reliable and accurate. All right. And last, purpose. Is this trying to sell me a special hat that'll keep aliens from reading my brain? No. Is it trying to get me to storm Area 51? No, it is educating me, right? And it is inviting me to learn more about the science. So this passes the CRAAP test. All right, we went a little slow. We're going to go a little faster next time. Let's look at this one, phys.org. Okay, .org is nice, although a lot of people can register for a .org, even if they are not reliable. But let's see here. I also see a date, so I have a good hint that this is going to be current. Ooh. So current is from June 19th, 2020. I am recording this video in August. That's very recent. That's exciting. Okay, good. Relevant. Does intelligent life exist on other planets? Yes, it answers my question. A, author and accuracy, the University of Rochester. That means that this came from their website, which means a team of people there wrote it, but it's a university and I could learn more about it, but I happen to already know the University of Rochester is a great university. Okay, so and let's look for accuracy. Again, I'm not seeing many errors. Again, I am seeing an embedded ad, but that's not necessarily going to turn me away. I don't know what this phys.org is, so I'm going to scroll down and see if it tells me a little bit about the website. Oh, lots of comments. Okay, I could click about and find out who Science X. It's a web-based science research and technology news service. Okay, it's looking pretty good. It's not just one guy running a blog. You often will find that. Those should be definitely read very carefully. So we have accuracy, we have a strong author, and the purpose. Techno signatures may hold new clues. And this is educating me about things that are happening in different laboratories, right? It's definitely telling me about the most recent research. And look, lots of authors and people that are a good authority. They're mentioning researchers, people who have won grants, who work for reputable organizations. This one's a great one. So this could work. I want to show you this one here. Again, these all kind of all offer us different things. This is National Geographic magazine. You're like, oh, I've seen this. Maybe you even get a subscription to this. We have an author, excellent. And we have lots of good information. National Geographic is all about educating the public. So we definitely have good stuff here. We're using lots of, now I could look more into this author. probably by scrolling down. Sometimes, whoa, this is a long article. This is good. This one might be one that you work on for multiple days. Often you can click the author's name and find out more about them. But sometimes just by scrolling down to the bottom. Oops, I went too far, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, sorry. There's a lot of things going on here in this article. Ooh, it's giving me lots of links to other articles, which might be good ways to find other things. Contributing writer Jamie Sharif bets we'll find hints of extraterrestrial life before 2030. Maybe I can click her. No, I can't. Okay. So I don't know much about the author, but again, National Geographic I know is trustworthy. And it answers my question. Its purpose is to educate. Let's see, space.com. This one is from 2015. That's not a bad thing necessarily. Okay. Maybe I don't want to use this. I want to go with the ones that have come out more recently because they're presenting newer research. But I want to show you sometimes how websites, space.com, I think is reliable. But again, I might want to do a little more research. But I want to show you how I can click on the author's name right here. Mike Wall is a space.com senior space writer. Michael has been writing for space.com since 2010. His book about the search for alien life out there was published in November 13th, 2018. Before becoming a science writer, Michael worked as a herpetologist and wildlife biologist. He has a PhD in evolutionary biology from the University of Sydney, Australia, a bachelor's degree from the University of Arizona, and a graduate certificate in science writing from the University of California, Santa Cruz. Okay, here is a person I am ready to believe and trust. He has a PhD from a reputable university. He has biology degrees. He has different science writing degrees. Not only is he a scientist, but he has a certificate in science writing. So I'm going to trust, at least at the beginning, this author. And as I'm reading, I'm going to make sure there aren't any errors. He isn't contradicting other things I've read. So this article could work. The only thing that maybe is against it is that it's 2015. I might want to focus on those 2019, 2020 articles that are going to give me more current information. But this is not to say this article is unreliable. It definitely passes the test. Okay. So thank you for, Thank you for that video on testing a website that you just find through maybe a Google search to make sure that it passes the CRAAP test. Happy researching, happy Googling. And remember, resist websites that don't pass this test. They may be telling you things that are biased or incorrect. All right, thanks.